Pluto is in the news right now, and it is about Scorpio type of energy. It's about digging deep, it's about tearing up the foundation of anything that you could be involved with. What do you believe in? And actually, is that the truth? And if it isn't the truth, now is a time for you to have that energy that will back you up to be able to disclose what is going on, not only in the government, business, which is all Pluto stuff, big business power, but the biggest power that you have within is within yourself through your unconscious. Go into that which is inside you that you have hidden, and time to make a big change. Dig it up. That's what the tower is about. Tear down false belief systems so you can be free. That's what Uranus and the Fool is about. But now let's take a look at Taurus. Taurus, the ruling planet for Taurus is Venus, but another planet that also belongs to Taurus is the Moon. And if we take a look at, well, what does all this mean? Well, Taurus is actually a sign of beauty. And that's why it's about Venus. But Venus is represented by the Empress. All things that are possible, beautiful things, company, parties, good taste, good food, good everything. Everything feels good. Being in the body, feeling good in the body. Taurus can also be very conservative in relationship to, I want to have financial security. I also want to have creature comforts. And when we take a look at the way of the history of churches, and that's what the Hierophant is about, then what were they there for? How all these churches and castles and temples and everything was built during the time of the age of Taurus. But it's also a sense of establishment of that which is considered to be good and that which is supposed to be lasting. And what is good and lasting? That which is morally or the right thing to do. The thing to watch out for is that we got to make sure that the moral and right thing to do is something that is good for everyone, that it does no harm. Because we know that there are people out there that believe that to do the right thing is to be a certain way, and then if you're not being that way, eliminate them. Not okay, because that is not the real reason that the Hierophant exists, is because there is something good and right to all people. And within us, we have a sense of what is right, what helps other people, how we can actually be in service to other people. So Taurus is about being in service, hardworking, doing the morally right thing to do, the spiritually right thing to do it beautifully, to do it in relationship to creativity and to that whole feminine way of enjoying our physical life, of being a very, very great host. Because if you go to a Taurus party who's really has it together, you're going to walk into an environment that allows you to feel completely taken care of in this beautiful, wonderful way. And the moon represents the high priestess. High priestess is about sensing, feeling, and that's the way of the moon. Taurus is very much about sensing and feeling, and about opening up to the environment so that it's, this feels good. Every part of it feels good, just like an artist. And that's what the Empress is about, creativity that is coming through, that is through listening, through the High Priestess, and also, how about applying that in this world and with other people to be able to be a person that does something good in the long run. So with this kind of energy of beauty and harmony of Venus and Empress, of creating a home environment where we make people feel safe, and also doing that which is right. Many times people who are in the service industry or people who are counselors and helpers, volunteers, they many times pull the Hierophant because they are there because they want to be in service to other people. So how does this combine with Scorpio or in relationship to to Pluto? Well, they actually are different, and they're very different. And what happens is that this is like what is called an opposition in astrology. Scorpio is into tearing down everything and anything and dig down into the most uncomfortable, the most hidden parts of ourself, our society. That's why Scorpio types are very comfortable with people who are homeless and who are drug addicts and people who have had a very, very rough life, who have been to the bottom of the barrel and trying to climb their way up. Taurus doesn't like going there. He wants to stay home, wants to feel good, and things taste good and feel good, and they will then volunteer maybe to help people out that could be in the down and out. But if we go and say, you know what, for the sake of comfort, let's also take a look at that which makes me hide from that which is uncomfortable. Am I going into a comfortable space because I don't want to face the truth? Taurus may have to take a look at that. That is true peace and feeling good in this world, of being creative and feminine and beautiful. Is it possible to do that and help to basically open up those iron gates of that which we have hidden from ourselves and in our world and in our big business or in war situations? Is there a way to bring comfort and to bring something that is of a higher level of freedom that can happen? And that is what Pluto is here to bring to Taurus. It's time to make change beautiful for the Taurus person. Don't be afraid to look at the dark side, because you will not lose your sense of beauty at all. You will bring beauty into the dark side.